Hello and welcome to the Sons of Thule. Today we're going to start the Shaman Epic 1.0 and we are here in the Field of Bone with our trusty Shaman hunting down an Iksar manslayer. And we're going to go kill this guy right here. It should kick off the quest. So let's go ahead and send the pet. I only have the Shaman here at the moment, so there we go. There's the lesser spirit. We're gonna hail him if I can target him, because targeting's difficult. There we go. Did you take this person's life, Shaman? We're gonna answer with yes, I did. Why have you taken this person's life? Did he threaten your life? Did you dislike him, or was his death a profit to you in some way? Let's see here. Threatened. My life. I see. It brings me sadness to see another die. But his heart was black, and a great nothingness. His body will become the grass now. Thank you for what you have done, Shaman. What are you? What or who? I am isn't as important as what or who we are. Do you wish to know more, Shaman? I wish to know more. Good. Take this gem. It is a part of us. Like the clouds to the sky, and it is a wonderful gift from the grandfather. Take this gem to where humans gather and spoil the land and water. Some call it a port. There you will find one of us, a shaman like yourself. Give him the gem, and perhaps he will tell you more about the spirits. Alright, so sounds like we need to go to Freeport now. So that's the direction I'm going to head, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, we're here at a bundle. He's the next guy. We give him the gem. Let's hail him first, see if he says anything. He burps loudly in your face and says, "Bah, leave me. Ugh. Fool, you have nothing I want. I certainly don't have anything you want. Well, I think you might want this tiny little gem, my friend." Wow, thanks. This must be worth a fortune. I could drink for a month after selling this one to one of them fool merchants. I'm gonna see how much I can get for it right now. Alright, so now he is going to run into town. We're gonna follow him. My divination is very, very low, so we'll just follow this guy. You don't approve of me buying some drinks with this gem? Who the heck are you to offer me a gift and order me what to do with it? Is this some kind of conditional kindness? Well, you gonna let me buy some booze or not? You can buy some booze, my friend. Oh, it's not some booze, it's booze. You can buy booze. Oh, I'm invisible too. That's another. Suddenly, he becomes completely sober and says, "Very well, Shaman, please come with me." Alright, let's re-invis now. The only reason I'm invising is because I don't really want to get into a tussle with these Freeport guards. They don't take it kindly to the Thule. They don't take it kindly at all. Alright, we are here in the basement of the Jade Tiger Inn right here. So this is where he spawns. So let's go ahead and hail the Greater Spirit. It's good to see you. We're glad you trusted in our brother and did what was asked, regardless of Bondle's intentions. This fills us with joy. As true spirits, work in ways most people would not understand, and trust. This is the first lesson of the Hyokoi. True spirits? As a shaman, Spirits are known to you. They aid you. If you pay them homage and respect the world around you, they also will bend to your will if you're powerful enough. We are a part of the entire universe, and we exist because people believe in us. However, very few know us in this form. To mortals, we are but ideas, wisps of consciousness, in an expanse of emptiness as difficult to grasp as breath in the everfrost. See, very few. There are only a handful of mortals we've judged worthy to be friends, and reluctantly masters. We call them the Hillquai. Bondal is one of them and aids and helps to test those who believe they might be able to grasp our existence. There are many troubles that threaten us in our home. We seek those with more wisdom, patience, and might be able to help ensure the health of the cosmos. Whether you seek balance or personal power, this is important to you. Let's see here. With wisps of consciousness. It is difficult for mortals to grasp what we are, for we are not material that can be held or consumed. We are the spirit that drives the beings to do what beings do. The wolf lives to run and hunt. When you ask for his aid, his spirit enters your body, and you become wolf. The ox is the personification of endurance, and when he enters your bodies, you do not become a box. You become all that is ox. I myself is a spirit of understanding. Let's see here. What do we got? Trust? Trust is the glue of the universe. When one trusts others to do their part, it allows them to focus on what they must do themselves. The trust that others have in us also gives us the confidence to do our parts effectively, thus maintaining harmony. When one becomes dissatisfied with his part and pursues his own desires, that is called greed. Also, greed destroys the glue of the universe. This is why we wish the bandits under the grass. The Hillquai? He gave us another gem. The Hillquai are our mortal counterparts. Some are our friends who seek to help us in whatever goals we deem important. Some seek nothing more to enslave and command us to do their bidding. We accept this and often make deals with those we realize are more powerful enough to accomplish what needs to be done. To judge such individuals, we have prepared a test. We ask that you, before we enter into these contracts, the Shaman walk the path of the Hillquai. We see you may be worthy. Will you walk the path? You will be rewarded for your efforts, albeit grudgingly. I will walk the path. That is good. You will need to walk 3 paths before you can reach one of the Hillquai. The paths of patience, wisdom, and might. First, you must learn patience. Take this gem, go on a pilgrimage to an island in the great water of the Wasuki, called Erd's Crossing. The Kerns over there are our allies and will show you our next contact. Uglin. Give Uglin this gem and do what she asks. As you walk the path, remember what you've learned about us to trust. Learned about trust. All right. So it looks like we're heading to Erd's Crossing. So I'm going to head out there and we'll go from that. All right, we made it to Uglin. Here we go. Let's go and hail her. Got nothing to say to us. Let's give her this gem. Actually, let's hail her again. Now that I'm not in this. Oh, it's you, Uzg. Me been waiting for you cause our friends say you coming and need a test. So I give you the test. Now where me put it? Uglin. Been waiting for a sign for so long that me forget where me put test. Keep your eyes out for a sign while me look for the test. Oh hey, they give you the gem. Please give me the gem. I need that. Alright, where did I put the gem? I already gave it to her. There we go. Oh, thank you. Me can now. Oh, look at the sign. Oh, sorry, you missed it. The sign show you where to wait for the test. Follow me. I like you, so I take you there. We going for a swim. Okay. Alright, so I need to put on my alternate shield here with Enduring Breath on it. Alright, let's go for a swim. Okay. There we go. Took her a little while. Go ahead and follow her down into, I guess, the ocean here. Oh, maybe she's not going under yet. Luckily, we're Iksar and we already have a bunch of swimming. Alright, she dived down into the ocean after quite a swim. I'll probably cut the swimming out because there's nothing going on, but she sent us down here. I don't know if she's going to say anything else to us. There's all these sharks swimming around too. Alright, she says, okay, here is the place for you for waiting. Have fun, Shaman. Alright, so now we just wait. Various mobs will spawn throughout this part, but I'll try to cut it up just enough to remove the waiting. Alright, so a guy spawned and hailed him. Why, hello there. It's good to see a new face down here. So you've come to wait with us, eh? That is splendid. It's been getting very boring lately. Down here? Oh, well, this is where we wait. It's not much for looks, but if you're lucky, pretty fish swim by. Oh, and once Dylan said he saw some fishwoman mermaid, he called it, although I'm not sure of his state of mind. He's been waiting down here much longer than I. Why do you wait? Well, we've been waiting for quite some time, really. I have been here the least amount of time, but that doesn't help keep the boredom away. What are we waiting for, you ask? What are we waiting for? Hee hee. So what a silly question. It's obvious if you take the time to think about it. Hee hee. I'm not really sure. With us? Well, that's me. There's Seraphim. I've been down here for, I can't remember the number of years, I guess. It's my wife saw my condition of my clothes you're in. Should have whacked me. I'm sure although I'd bet she's long since dead, probably. Then there's Dylan. He says he's been here since those people up top, Ernum, blew away that big hole in the ground. Not sure what happened, but I guess it's been a long time ago. Who else? Yes, there's a really old guy. I've only seen a couple of times. His name is Froham. He's really old and not much of a talker, mostly mumbles from time to time. Dylan says he's been here since Erd first took his people across the sea. Not sure who this Erd feller is, but Froham isn't the best of shape. So it might have been a long time ago. Froham did mention there's one other guy we've never seen. He apparently had something to do with the Combine Empire, whatever that is. Alright. I think we exhausted him. Here, wait. We wait. Alright, he just said, here he goes. There's another guy down here. He says, well, met again, Sarfin. How goes it? Hey there, Dylan. Good to see you again. Let's go ahead and hail Dylan. Hey, Straffen. Who's this weirdo talking to me? Or is this another one of those funny illusions Froham keeps talking about? Safran, the soaked, looks around frantically a moment and laughs and say, oh, them. Hey, this is a friend of mine. Come to wait with us. Isn't that exciting, Dylan? And it's not just an illusion, I don't think. Say, are you an illusion, Shaman? I am not an illusion. Who said that? This guy, I gotta target him. I'm not an illusion. Ah, that's too bad. Although illusions and real people don't seem to be much different at times, so please stay and keep Dylan and me company. We could use it, Dylan. Right? Whatever. Alright. So we should get 2 more people to spawn. Alright, they just said something else. So, hey Dylan, why don't you tell us again what happened up top? You know, where they blew the big hole in the ground? Again? Oh, I don't know, Safin. I don't want to bore our company, even if it is an illusion. You won't bore me. Well, okay, I was sent here a long time ago to wait. When I got here, I couldn't believe all the violence going on. Why would the spirits send me here to wait when all this fighting commotion is going on? I wondered. There were great battles on the ocean and splendid ships made of pine and shining with magical enhancements. While I was waiting below, blasted body parts were floating down to the bottom of the ocean all around me. What kind of magical enhancements? Yes, their ships were very strange, constructed in very unusual designs that all seemed to shine with a multicolored glow. I heard there was even a ship that could completely stay underwater for long periods of time. It had a huge steel spike protruding from the top of its hull and used to swim under enemy ships and puncture their hulls. I always thought someday all this magic would cause something disastrous, and eventually it did. What disastrous thing happened? Well, one time we were waiting as usual. The fighting was particularly heavy up top. Lots of banging and rumbling around, and suddenly there was a tremendous screech. I had covered my ears, it was so loud. Even down here, I felt like the water itself was being torn asunder. I could imagine what was happening above. After a few seconds of the screeching came to a terrible tremor and rumbling. Great cracks opened around me, and water rushed and filled them, almost dragging me down into God's knows what. It calmed down a little while after that, and there hasn't been any real fighting ever since. I suspect they're all dead now. For weeks afterwards, the water had just kind of a dead taste to it. I became ill during that time. Jeez. Alright, guess we gotta wait a little bit more. Oh, he's... Alright, I've had enough. Yet again, we've waited for nothing. Sometimes I really don't wonder if the spirits really are real after all. I, for one, am going to find something fun to do. This is obviously a waste of our time. Come with me, Shaman. It'll be great fun. Farewell, Dylan. Hey, wait, I'm coming with. Alright, so it's a trick to make you leave the area, but we need to stay here and wait for 2 more ghosts. Alright, the next guy has spawned, Froham the Forgotten. Let's go and hail him. Froham the Forgotten looks up at you and mumbles a brief greeting. He appears uncomfortable around others. Who are you? Segue into Skyrim intro. Let's see here. He glances up at you, fiddling with his bony fingers, and mumbles, Me name's Froham. I'm eerie waiting. Waiting? Just waiting. It'll be here soon, I suppose. Be here soon? Obviously has trouble communicating. He shifts uncomfortably and says, well, I'm not sure. But it's real important. I've been here for a long time, a real long time. So I'll keep waiting till it comes. How long of a time? Been here since Erd sailed over with his friends. They let me catch a ride on their ship after I told them I needed to come here and wait. He was a nice fellow, real smart. Though I'm thinking he's dead by now. Maybe Abe knows for sure. Abe's been here longer than me even. Abe? Who's Abe? Abe's an old guy. Well, kinda. He's beyond old. I don't know if you know what I mean. Not altogether either. His mind floats over this like the sea around us, but he's got enough sense to wait here like he's done for, well, dang near forever. If you see him, there ain't much for talking. Straight ask him about the broken arrow. Not sure what that means, but it seems to bring him around. Alright, broken arrow. And then he won't respond to that one. Alright. We need to say broken arrow to Abe when he spawns. So we can say, I think, who is Abe? Interesting. The text in this that I'm getting, it doesn't match the text in the Alakazam guide. So it's interesting. All right, he says, sighs heavily and says, looks like it's not coming. You know, Abe told me of a great treasure a ways away from here, guarded by one of them girls with fishtails. I always wanted to go, but those two jokers, Dylan and the young one, never had the guts. Why don't you come with me, Shaman? We'll split the treasure 50-50 square. So it's another trick to get us to leave the spot. So we're going to wait for a little bit more. All right, Abe has spawned. Let's go ahead and hail him. See, he turns his head slowly towards you, but his eyes never come into focus. You can't tell if he's looking at you, behind you, or right in front of his own face. Then suddenly he shouts at the top of his lungs, Hoyakai, I am, Abe. Hello, Abe. Abe. Say, who are you? Abe. Nothing is hidden, all is discernible. If you only know where to look and you have the right eyes. Don't be angry with me if you can't get your eyes right to see what you're looking for. I'd lend you mine, but we don't wear the same size. Eyes, you say. Begins to draw a picture in the mud with his finger, although it doesn't seem to make any sense at all. He points to his picture and nods approvingly, saying, you see, the curtains fell, and it was not but a dream upon the landscape that we thought we knew. The dream of the Combine fulfilled when we had finally trimmed our fingernails and looked into the mud, and now we are abandoned in a world that none can see. No one has the eyes. Shaman, my time will soon be an end of fear. I will never see my friends again, but the arrow must be given. Our holy broken arrow. Shaman, will you bear and give them the arrow? You will know who to give it to when it is the time. Give them the arrow. I think it's broken arrow, right? Let's see here. Don't think he gave me an arrow. It didn't give me an arrow, but see, we carved an arrow and everyone who's left shaved a silver or wood for it. We let it drop the hollow ground. A higher shaman stepped on it, breaking it. I've been waiting here for so long. I don't know the thing. I found it. I think I found the answer. Eyes are everywhere. Alright, so I guess that's weird. So we're supposed to get a broken arrow from that, so I don't know exactly what happened. I guess I was supposed to say I'll give him the arrow, but he left so fast. Alright, a greater spirit. You have walked the path of patience, and now you know what to expect. We are the watchers. Our eyes are everywhere, and we must be patient and quiet, else we may miss what could be harmful. Can you sit quietly and wait for the right moment, then open your eyes in a fury and act with all the energy you've cultivated? Timing is everything. Without patience, you cannot be sensitive to timing. You have shown your patience here, and we believe you're ready to take the next path. Next path? Alright. You must know patience, but before we allow you to act in our name, we must know when you decide to act. You will make the right choices. We must ask you now to walk the path of wisdom. You must walk the greatest plains and search out one of us. He is a wanderer, and it is his nature to drift in the winds and weather, doing what he can to ensure the understanding and longevity of all the respect their home. He will not be easy to find, though. You must remember what you have learned down here to succeed in finding him. When you do, give him this gem and follow his instructions. So let me see if I can get... Alright, I'm not getting an arrow out of this guy. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we finished that. Now we need to head off to, I think, West Korana. So that's where I'm going to head next. Alrighty, we're in West Korana, and we found the Wandering Spirit finally. And there we go. It took a little while to find him. Alright, looks like we just need to give him the small gem and continue on with this. There we go. Oh, it is you, Shaman. Good. You must hurry before it is too late. Go to the mountains they call Wrath and find them. They need your help quickly. They will know you when they see you and instruct you on how you can help, but you must hurry. Alright, so we need to go to Wrath Mountains now. And, alright, we're here in Wrath Mountains, and we found Tabian the Goodly. So let's go and hail him. Oh, thank Mar you are here, Yuz. I was beginning to think I would be abandoned in my time of need. I have a task for you to complete in the name of my patron, Mithmano Mar. What task is that? Tabian the Good displays his shield that must once have been shining and regal, but is now scoured with cuts and dents and chipped in paint. He says this shield is known as Mar's Promise. It is a sacred relic that was actually used by one of Mithmaniel Mar's angels in the Plane of Valor. Its value of our church is immeasurable, but I have been charged with protection of it. However, a patriarch of the false god Batroxylus is after my shield and me. He must be stopped. Please destroy him and bring me proof of his death. Alright, so he wants us to go over here and kill Garlon the Wicked. So we're going to go do that. Alright, we're here at Garlon the Wicked. Let's see what he has to say. Hail. Are you one of those sent to help our cause? I should have known they would send a green witch doctor to serve Batroxylus. And myself? Very well, you will have to suffice. I have a task you must fulfill if you wish to know the blessing of my god and impress your masters. What is that task? Brandishes a long, wicked-looking bone dagger, and there is a horrid diseased stench as soon as it is unsheathed. He draws another blade shorter and wider than the first, of blackened bone, with a larger than normal hilt. Our defense, obviously for our defense, he says, this festering blade is called Woe, and it is scorched. The scorched one is called Envy. They were created on the plane of decay by Batroxylus' own hands. He has judged me worthy of protection of such holy relics. However, there is one of these in these very mountains who seeks to destroy these relics, end this idiot forever, Mars' life, and bring me proof. Oh, interesting you ask me that, because he has sent me to kill you. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to kill you with the Curse of Sizak and a little blood of the Yopa, and watch you burn. There we go. So we're going to take his weapons. And yoink. Now let's go talk to this paladin. He does not serve Thule, and for that he must be punished. Alright, Tabian. Well, we killed the guy for you, but see, the thing is I worship Thule, and Thule is great. So I'm gonna have to take your life too, my friend. Thanks for the tips on where to find the other guy. Drink the blood. Yes. There we go. And we get Mars Promise. Alright, so we need to go take these items back to the Wandering Spirit in West Karana. So we got a little journey to a little journey ahead of us. So we'll be there shortly. Alrighty, finally found the Wandering Spirit, and so hey buddy, yeah, you sent me to go kill a guy or do some work, and they both wanted to kill each other, so I killed them both because they didn't worship Thule. Alrighty, and he nods somberly and takes the items. After a moment he says it is unfortunate that it came to this, but nothing else can be done. Both paragons had lost sight of their virtues. To protect the items given to them, the mere protection of these material belongings was not important to Mythanomar Botoxilus, as it was that they act with righteousness in their minds and the purpose in their hearts. You saw this and acted accordingly. For that we will reward you with three treasures made from one and to ward off the falseness of possession, the shield of falsehood, which gave us a shield. You walk the path. Now, as your final test, you must walk along one last path. You have trusted us long along the paths we have set before you. You have been known to be patient and await the right moment, and now you have learned the wisdom to act in our best interest. However, one last path awaits to determine if your ability to act out of what must be done. There are many troubles about the world that we try to rub out, but none is more serious than the curse on what the Wasuchi call the Emerald Jungle. Go there and find one of our spirits. Show them the gem you have been given and follow the path you're set on. Alright, so we got another gem, a sparkling gem, and we got the Shield of the Falsehood. Which, it's a, decent shield if you're, low level. It's pretty good. Alright, so we need to go to Emerald Jungle. Emerald Jungle, it sounds like. So that's where we're headed. Alright, so apparently my recording did not work. So I was in the Emerald Jungle. I found the spirit, gave him the gem, and he said, "Ah, you live, Shaman. I am glad the beasts of this jungle have not torn your body asunder. Tell me, do you still walk the path? Are you willing to continue what you started?" "I will continue what I started. This brings happiness to our hearts, and we are grateful. However, we must ask you to walk one more path before you can become a true Hyokoi. With the trust, one can focus on what is important. With patience, one can perceive what is harmful. With wisdom, one can know what must be done. These you have learned, yet without might to carry out what must be done, all is for naught. Are you prepared to walk the path of might?" "I am prepared to walk the path of might." Good, good. Do you know this place? This forest? They call it the Emerald Jungle, but we know it only as a terrible place where no spirituality where there is no spirituality, we are weak. The lost city in the middle of the jungle is a great void of belief, not only absent of spirituality, but actually draining it from others. We are here to neutralize that void. The void is like the sky, and nothing escapes its gaze. If it senses us, it will drain us away, and sometimes it turns our minds, making us, like the Wasuki, crazy for things with no meaning. Yes, they are some of us who have turned their backs on our world, and struggle for possession and power over others. These lost ones are our brothers, but we cry for them. Our hearts are in pain like bleeding wounds when we think of them. The path of might will lead you to one of our lost brethren. We are afraid there is nothing we can do for him now, so you must eliminate him. When you find him, you say. He left us long ago and walked the land for ages, he soon met a man, one of pointy ears, that lived underground. This man was like a void, just like the one over that terrible place now. Our brother friend was attracted to this man's desire and ambition. He no doubt thought that he could get what he wanted in service of this dark point ear, who denied his own creator. Dark point ear, you say? After our brethren began traveling with this point ear, they became shrouded in darkness. We could not peer through the point ear was a powerful being, and we soon lost their trail. We have no idea where he could be now, although after all these centuries, he has no doubt been gathering and cultivating his wealth and power. He must be an incredibly influential being at this point. Find this point ear, draw our brother out, and destroy him. Bring us proof. We await your return in somber morning. So I read that whole thing without recording it, but we were in the Emerald Jungle. All right. So now we have to head to Mistmore Castle. So that's where I'm headed now. All right, we're here in Mistmore. I could not figure out how you go from Dark Point Ear Elf to Black Dire right here, but I'm assuming that this wolf was following Mayung Mistmore, and he's just like showed up here. I think that's really the thing behind this, but let's go ahead and hail Wolf. You need to prove your dedication more to our cause before I can discuss more matters with you. I don't know here. I'm guessing I have to kill him, but he's supposed to say something to me, so let's just kill him. And I have the whole crew here, so it's probably be instantaneous death. Yep. There we go, and we can go ahead and send the pelt to the Shaman. There we go, perfect. So that's the Black Dire. I don't know why he didn't respond with the proper text, but we need to take that pelt and deliver it back to the Spirit Sentinel in Emerald Jungle. So we're gonna go do that now. All right, we're back here at the Spirit Sentinel. Let's go ahead and hand him the Black Dire fur, or pelt. All right, we got 100 rep. What do we call him now? Kindly consider still. All right, he begins weeping softly as he sees the pelt battered and bloody. After a few moments, he says, "We can only hope his passing was quick and painless." Well, I don't know about that. The Dire was a powerful, yet you overcame him. Always remember that when you become the Hyokoi, it was the passing of a noble yet misguided being that allowed you to do so. You should hold a special place in your heart for him and what he was in life to help you remember him. We will fashion this pelt into a pair of boots and give them to you. With every step you take, you must think on the Dire, else his death is in vain. Okay, wow, some boots. Hyokoi. There we go. Yes, you have walked the path of the Hyokoi to its end, and you've become what few have and will now call as Hyokoi. Yutsk. From now on, you are a direct link between the spirits and man. Whether your goals are to help us or master us, you are welcomed. Though there is little time for celebration, do you feel the darkness of this place, the forest, to the eyes not trained to see beyond physical appearances? It seems any other forest, but you know, as we do, the mantle over the city is threatening us all. We must rub it out. There are many such mantles scarring the universe, and each is very different from the last. Removing them requires that we learn how they were created and go about reversing the damage done. We cannot enter under the mantle for long, which is why we search out Hyokoi such as yourself. We need you to enter the city and find out what you can about the city's demise. We hope you will do this for the cause of balance, but if you desire none but your own power, we shall grant that as well. All right. So your city's demise. It was long known as Taurus. During its history, it amassed a great wealth and power, yet eventually crumbled. No one understands what happened. The men of the world ask themselves how a nation as successful as Taurus could ever fall. Some blame plague, eternal unrest, the constant encroachment of the forest, the marauding bands of monsters, but we alone know what happened. Just as Tabin and Galran lost sight of their spiritual paths, so did the Taurus. Without the awe and inspiration of which was greater than themselves, they eventually withered away. The mantle was born long before the last days, though, and what we need to learn is how it all began. Excellent. Go into the city, gather what evidence you can to the ghosts who still walk there. The streets hoard precious memories that will aid us. Take this booklet, combine what you find, then bring the completed report to me. We'll know where to look next. All right, so I think I already have all these, so let me double check that. When we were in, when we went there for experience in, I think, Stream 2, or Stream 1, I collected all these, so let me check. All right, it appears I am missing the student's log, so we're going to go into City of Mist and collect that, and I'll be right back to here. In Stream 1 or 2, whatever it was, when we were in City of Mist, you see that all these notes drop off the random mobs there, and you just need to collect all 6. All right, we got Lord Giosk to spawn. He drops the 3 books we need next. I have everybody else over in the other place camping a different piece right now, but get this one done. He blinds. It's not taking any damage anymore. I can't see what's going on. Go. And there they are, the Crusades of the High Scale, Head Housekeeper Log, and Historic Article. All of those are the next ones. Alright, so I'm still camping the student log, but I noticed that these are, the ones I have are written in Lizardman, and typically when I go through these Shaman, I'm usually an ogre, so I can't understand it. But let's go ahead and read these real quick. See what the story is here. I heard last night that there was some kind of commotion at the castle. Guards were shouting, spells went out the halls, and many died. Some say there was an assassination, some say a band of froglocks attacked under the command of a dragon. Some even say there was some divine intervention. I have no idea why any god would strike against Lord Rak Ashir. He is a paragon for the cause of Khazad-dûl. I hope whatever it was sticks to attacking the castle and not my shop, though. That was the personal diary page. The Crier Scroll. Hear all tourists. Our beloved Lord Rakashir will be appointing another high priest into Khazad-dûl's clergy in 2 days. A festival will be held in honor of the event, and the high scale will be present to judge various contests of skill in arms. Booths will be set up, selling various wares, food to all. Khazak guide us all. Well, these guys are like on my side, right? They're followers of the Thule. Let's see what else is going on in this store here. The list should all be in order except for the swatches of silk. I don't need such a large order this quarter. Her divinity Dorian made it known to me that they would not need as many new robes this coming season, as none were quite ready to don them. My colleagues have all been confirming that the church is buying less and less these days. It seems like Ashur has decided that the royal donation to be cut. However, I am sure we'll find new customers soon and orders will be back to normal. And that is the written announce. No, that's the priestess diary, I think. Is that the one? Nope. Merchant's letter. That's where we were. Okay. So merchant all right, here this is the written announcement. Hear all tourists, it is with great regret that we inform you that our Queen Naashir's disappearance. Our best scouts have begun searching around the countries for her trails. The Lord Ashir, or Rakashir, has authorized to hire mercenaries to venture into the frog-like territories to search for traces of the Queen. All interested parties should report to the Royal Quartermaster's office. Fear not, citizens. Our Queen will be found. Wisdom guide us. And the final one, which is the priest's diary. Well, it appears our Lord Rakashir, in his wisdom, has cut our church donation yet again. He claims it is to bolster the ranks of our garrison, as many were wiped out during the Froglock incursions. However, I see more and more soldiers every day, more than I ever have, and they are all equipped with the best armor the city smiths can craft. This, along with a recent replacement of our bishop's secrets with that coin grubbing Bill leads me to suspect the king is planning all but destroying the church entirely. I don't understand it. Perhaps his missing queen has driven him mad. All right, so we got this story of a missing queen, some kind of thing that happened inside of the city here, castle, and very interesting so far. I also looted where they at? These books here. This is the Crusades of the High Scale. Throughout history, the high scale was a common. Throughout the history of the high scale, jeez, it was common for the knights to practice complete celibacy. It wasn't until the controversial Kim was given the hallowed title that contact between the sexes became tolerated. While Kim wasn't the mightiest of the high scales, he was able to achieve many great victories in the name of our Lord of Fear, one being the battle known as the Bone Rending. When Kim lost his fabled whip, Thrax's tail, and was still able to defeat scores of enemies using his hands, only before this battle, many believed Kim could not fulfill his duties as leader and patriot for the people. However, Kim's might and his lecture on the use of females in his religious crusade and duty convinced, sorry, it's hard to see this, I don't know why, the public that celibacy had its place in divinity, but non-celibacy also had a place and value within the church. A shrine depicting Kim among many women was constructed in remembrance of his controversial reign, although his corpse was never brought back for burial as it was lost across the ocean among distant brothers unfaith. Interesting. Died abroad. All right, this one is a historical article. Ne Ashir's disappearance will always be cloaked in mystery. We of Taurus have where'd it go? Have a saying that goes, Ne's chances. We all know this is used to be to define a numeral variable, but many know its relation to an event early in the years of our fair city. Or as many people there were in Taurus, there were many theories regarding Ne Ashir's disappearance. Others say there were political tensions between the queen and her lord, so much that she had to leave to escape death. And for good measure, a few pointed out the stars and said people beyond the sky took her. One thing all agreed on is that the relationship between the royal couple was decaying. Political scrutinizers noted small personal habits between the two that implied separation of intimacy during their public appearances. Many even tie highly publicized crusades of Kim into the disappearance of Ne, as Kim left the city only weeks before. It is recorded many texts of the visage of Ashir's reflected his despair over his wife's vanishing. Although it was a well-known fact, it was mostly act played by the king to keep his illusion of nobility. Perhaps one day we'll find the truth, but at this point it would mean little to the public. Interesting. And keeper of the house log. Okay. New wash basins must be acquired. Servant Pujin will see quartermaster and place order tomorrow. The chandelier in the main hall was finally repaired tonight. Payment must be sent to the contract holder tomorrow. Advisor Smith ordered that I personally find and acquire 3 dozen finely made vials, and what they are for he would not explain, and was very firm that I do this as quickly as possible. Best to keep haste to fulfill the order. Rumors about the advisor's mastery of the arcane. We've been low on candles for the last week. There is no explanation for the shortages. Our wax says there's no shortage of our wax. Our civilian contract holder, perhaps I should send a palace reaver escort with the next pickup crew. The craftsman may have the intelligence to figure out the symbolism. It is imperative that we return the high scales icon to the church as discreetly as possible. If Rak Ashir returns home from his journey and discovers it was found in the royal bedroom, it may prove disastrous. I cannot decide whether to place it ourselves or with the help of the Black Guard, or to approach one of our contacts in the church. Less people that know, the better. It might be prudent to remove the servant who found it within the sheet. What the hell? There's a high this thing right here was found in the sheets of the royal chambers. Interesting little story here. I never noticed this before, but there we go. So we'll get the student log, we'll read the student log, we'll turn the student log in, and we will finish this part of the quest as soon as we get it. Alright, we are in Emerald Jungle. I got the student log last night. I literally stopped recording. It was like 9 hours of video, and I was just like, I'm not gonna be able to sift through this. So here is the student's log. We got that. We're gonna actually read it like we read the other ones and see what it says here. Missed Mass again today. This is the 3rd time this week now. It is a worthy sacrifice. However, I was able to attend the Master's National Coin Exchange class. Perhaps the clergy will change the time of their masses, then I'll be able to attend regularly. Although with the appointment of the new archpriest, it seems the mass may be discontinued altogether. I honestly hope so. I could attend many more classes as well as spend more time rubbing elbows with merchants at the bazaar. I think I'll have to miss tomorrow's mass as well. I heard the Laughing Leeches Guild is taking members again. All right, so it seems like there's a big change in their religious structure in the city of Mist. All right, we can combine all these together in the ancient journal and get the completed report. And then we need to give the completed report to the Spirit Sentinel here. Give that over. There we go. We got 100 rep. And he says, "Ah, good. Let us hope what you have found will point us in the right direction." This is interesting. It appears the Disappearance of the first queen may have caused Rak Ashir's faith to decline. From there, the first king Rak laid down the groundwork for the city's eventual demise. We need to learn what happened to the queen. Perhaps bringing this knowledge to the king's now cursed form will lift the mantle. We've learned that the last lord of Taurus, Gaiax, was a bit of a historian. Find him and see what we can learn about the queen. Take what you find to my brother here in the jungle beneath the murky waters. All right. And we already have those books. We got those while camping the other thing at the same time, and I did read those 3 books right here last recording. So I'm gonna actually run up here and turn them into the other spirit sentinel on the other side of the zone at the lake. Okay, we're underwater here at the next spirit sentinel, and we need to give him the 3 books that we just looted from the other guy. So 1, 2, and 3. 3. There we go. Give those over. We get another 100 rep. And he says, it appears the queen's disappearance wasn't as random as we thought. It looks as if the high scale was having some sort of affair with Ne. We have a little bit of speculation at this point, so we're making it known to Nek Ashir would do nothing. Perhaps finding the resting place of the high scale will show us more into the way of what really happened. We suspect the icon mentioned in this log could be now located in the city's old temple. Find the icon and bring it to Kern, wherever he is, and learn afterwards. So inside the City of Mist, I picked up the icon of scale. It is literally just like you zone in, and it's like right over there on the on the floor. I picked that up probably a long time ago when we first came to City of Mist. But we have that. Now we need to take this this item to Kern, who is actually located in Hull. So we need to go find high scale Kern in the hole and give him his icon that was found in the bed sheets of the queen while the king was away, if you know what I'm talking about here. All right, so we're gonna head to the hole and see if this icon will fit. Alrighty. So apparently at level 73 you can jump down here and just literally run all the way here. It took me a little while to get here, but yeah. So we need to, I guess, hail this guy first, see what he has to say. Leave me to my contemplations, my friend, or fool. Let's go ahead and give him the item to cause him to attack. Let me get my Shadow Knight up here. And we'll read that here after the fact. There we go. There we go. He is dead. He dropped a engraved ring. We're going to hand that over to our shaman who looted that. All right, so he says, high scale Kern looks down at the icon in his hands for a long moment before speaking. Why did you bring me this? Are you here to accuse me of the queen's death? High scale Kern chuckles venomously and continues, I am high scale and beyond your petty laws. However, I wish the truth to be known. On my hand is a ring. If you can take it from me and show it to the queen, she will remember. However, I will not give up the ring easily. Defend yourself. All right, and we got 100 rep for that, and we got a ring. It's obviously no trade. It's the promise ring of Neashira. So it is even more interesting now. So we need to go from here all the way back to City of Mist and give this ring to Neashira. So she was one of the ghosts that spawned from a Black Reaver. So we're going to do that and head our way back to City of Mist. All right, we're here in the Plane of Fear, and we're going to get a Child's Tear real quick. So the Harbinger of Fear is an alternative way to get one. So we can hail here, and so we're going to face Terror. I don't know if this thing is going to death touch us, but we'll see how this goes. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and harm touch it and leech touch it just in case, but we should be able to kill it. I think this is the one that doesn't death touch. There we go. And then there's the Iksar, a broodling. And there is a child's tear. So we're going to go ahead and give that child's tear to the Shaman. And this will be used for later on in the epic. I just wanted to go ahead and get this done now since I saw that this thing was up here in Plane of Fear. And so now we're going to head to City of Mist and knock out the rest of the epic quest. Alright, this actually took a little bit of effort to get up here with everybody, but here we go. We got the door open. Go on the Shaman. Get him inside. Just gotta make sure everybody gets in. I don't want them to fall off this island at the moment, since that is a trap right there. If you'll notice, I'm very carefully walking not to hit that trap, and I'm not using auto follow, so they don't hit that trap right there. And we'll go to the Shaman. So right up there is Ne Ashir. She's up from the last time I was here, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But there is a Black Reaver up there, so I'm going to have to split them apart. Hopefully that other one won't attack me, but there we go. Just get rid of this Black Reaver. Bring him down here. Or not. Jeez. I just don't want to accidentally AoE attack the other thing, so that's why I'm a little bit cautious here. And we keep getting more Black Reavers. Alright, I think that's good. We're just blind, so let's move up here. Alright. What is that? There's two nearest shears. Okay. That's fun. That is hilarious. Alright, so we're here in the very last room at the very top of City of Mist. We're going to turn in the ring to here to Naira Shear. This is her ring. And she's going to say some text. I'll read it after the fight here, because she's going to immediately attack us. I guess not. I don't know, I'll just kill her. Nothing, I'll read it on the other character here in a second. Alright, so we can send the diary off to the Shaman. Send the key to the Shaman also. And make sure we have those. There's the key. There's the diary. We'll read that also. But she said, "Nothing is left to hide now. You shall have the truth. But the truth is not won easily. And if you cannot defeat me, you will not have the ability to see vengeance is served. Brace yourself." And then that kicks off into a fight with her. So we can leave the other one. So we can just leave here. We need to go back to back to the other zone, Emerald Jungle. So I'm gonna run there and we'll read everything when we get there. All right, we're back at the Spirit Sentinel in the pond. So we're gonna go ahead and read this her diary. Right, another bazaar I was asked to judge. Wrestling contest. It must have been the 10,000th one. Week. Oh, how I grow weary of political monotony. These early days were much exciting. Crusades against the unworthy, smashing our opposing Kern's life. Must have been epic indeed. He is at me again. He is at me again during the match. It doesn't even make sense. But I think in another part of the video I said Kim, but that is actually Kern. It's just the font is hard to see. So, all right, so we'll go ahead and hand this book over to him. And So the truth is found. Nak mourned over the loss of his child instead of relishing the blessing of his god. Khazak Thule, his wife, and the high scale then abandoned him in disgust. But even that was an after effect of what caused the king to turn his back on his faith. The child is the key. If we put the child to rest, Nak may repent what is done and the mantle may be lifted. The most difficult task at hand now, find the child, then take proof of her passing to Nak. I can feel the mantle's foundation crumbling. Now go. Alright, so I have the child's tear. I should be able to slap the video part in right there. Right before this, I went to Plane of Fear, got that taken care of real quick, and then I didn't want to have to run to City of Mist twice. So we're gonna go back in now to the City of Mist and do the final battle. Alrighty, we're in the final room. We're gonna try to spawn him. Let's see how this works. I'm just going to go ahead and pull Black Reavers and see what happens. I'm going to stop her song. Just in case. There we go. There he is. Lord Rakish whatever. So let's go ahead and hear it. On Alakazam it says he's KOS to everybody, but I guess he's not. There's my child's tear. Go ahead and hand that to him. And then he says something and then attacks. So let's go ahead and get her up there too. Perfect. And we'll drop a poison. There we go. And he said, Lord Rakashir looks down at the tear in his hand and says, a minion of my god came to me one night. I knew I knew it was of Khazak Thule, as I was frozen in terror. My mind screamed for me to flee, but my body would not respond. The being took my daughter and vanished to only he knew where. When I regained control of my body and my thoughts, I felt nothing but betrayal. I don't care anymore about anything. If you want repentance, then slay me. There we go. And he dropped the Iksar scale right here. So we're going to go send that over to him. Send whatever that is over to him too. All right. So we now have the Iksar scale, which has an Elder Iksar scale as the lore. So we're going to go turn this in Emerald Jungle, and it will give us the last part of our epic. So nice. So I'm going to run out there, get this done. All right, we're back here at the Spirit Sentinel. We have our ancient Iksar scale on our hand, or just an Iksar scale, but there we go. Let's go ahead and turn that in. What is this? The scale of Rak Ashir's father? Then Rak has repented his mistake? But why is this mantle still in place? If Rak has repented, then the mantle should have dissolved, since it was the one who initiated the construction. But it's initiated the key. Initiation the key? How could we have been so blind? Kern said Rak Ashir had the blood of his people on his hands, but that is false. Rak merely pointed to a path that would lead them to destruction. It was the people who chose to follow. Now all is lost. There we go. I guess that's something else. All right. And let's go ahead and let's get out of the water and see what this thing looks like here. We got the Epic 1.0. We got some AA points too, it looks like. Maybe some experience that I just had marked as that. All right, everybody else is over here. All right, now look at that sweet, sweet spear. That is just phenomenal looking. Look at that. Yeah, look at that scaly boy with his scaly spear. So there we go. The Shaman Epic 1.0 is complete. Took me 2 days start from finish. The longest part of the thing was camping the spectral courier for the student's log. Truth be told, everything else was up when I went through. It literally took me like 9 to 10 hours camping the student's log. But there we go. We have the spear. Obviously, we're going to bank it for a little bit. We're going to eventually get the transmog for it. Probably use it or one of the other ones. Is that the mace I was using? Oh, shoot. We'll see. But yeah, there we go. That is done. Next will be the bard, and then probably the monk after that, when the monk gets transferred over here. But thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day.